Jimmy's in the back with a pocket of high.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Hit the Mics with Ryan D. Celebrated my mom's birthday over the weekend. It was awesome. She turned 48. I know some people some people forget that I have a young mother. She had me when she was 20. She had my older brother when she was 16. So, yep, we got that Mexican young mom, guys. And she just turned 48. And I'll be turning 28 in a few weeks. Yup. And I did something that I feel really bad about at her birthday party. It's kind of been fucking with me. I may have assaulted a gay dude that's friends with my mom's boyfriend who was bothering me all night. And that I wasn't like I didn't assault him because he was gay. I'm not like that, you know. It's not like if like I didn't commit a hate crime. But this motherfucker, man, he was really drunk, really fast, and was just being a fucking nuisance all night to begin with. And you know, I kind of was just laughing at him and all that stuff. And but man, he was just. It wasn't like that kind of drunk where like he was falling over and you know, breaking shit. It was like he was just brainless, like, yeah, but and being annoying. It was like having a fucking toddler around. And even then, I have toddler nieces. I'd rather. I mean, they were more well behaved than this dumb motherfucker. But bottom line was, what I decided to do was like, fuck it, we'll just get him really loaded until he passes out. So I started pouring him shots. I was like, get over here, fucker. Let's take some drinks. And I don't know. He just turned around and started saying some dumb shit. And then he pinched my nipple, which normally is like, yeah, it's not a big deal to me. You know, I'm very self-conscious about my man tits. But like, my friends have made fun of me for it my whole life, you know. And this guy wasn't my fucking friend. And he pinched my nipple. I got upset. I said, don't fucking touch me. And then he did it again. To both my nipples. And you think this is a joke. And he thought it was a joke. I was like, I'm serious. Unless you want, like, you know, an ass whooping. Like, you won't do that again. And then he was like, well, what are you going to do? And he kind of tested me. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I have a bit of an anger problem. And it goes from 0 to 100, and it's really hard to get me back down. And I know I sound like a chill guy, because for the most part I am. But I have triggers that just like, and it runs in my family. It's like hereditary. Like, we all have this like 0 to 100 fucking fuck you, man. Like, almost murderous rage. It's a fucking problem, and it's something that I have to deal with on a daily basis. And I'm a lot of it's just you know, for the most part, a lot of this shit's not worth my energy, and I know that. So I always keep it under. I keep it together for the, you know, for that sake, and for the sake of the fact that this was my mother's birthday party, and I didn't want to make a scene. So I turned around and I walked away. After I warned him at least 3 times, and then when I turned around, he followed me into the house, and and so I'm in the house, and I was about to start mixing a drink, and so I had the shaker, you know, one of those, but this one was like a legit, like one of those professional bar shakers, so it was like a big heavy silver one. And he comes in, and I told him, get outside, I don't want to look at you. I'm like, I was like, if you don't get outside, there's going to be a problem. And then I saw my mom get involved. And I get protective. And it's not like, I mean, I'm kind of a mama's boy. So and my mom's a tough lady already, but it's like uh, all the boys, especially. I mean, I have two brothers, and all three of us are very protective of our mother. And I don't know, when I saw her trying to shove him out, I just fucking lost it. And so the shaker I was using to mix my drink, I threw it at him. And I don't think I intended on hitting him, first of all, that fucking hard. And I don't think I intended on hitting him in the face. And but I did. Very hard. And he started crying, and I felt bad. I felt really bad about it right after that. But, you know, and it's something that's fucking with me. It's been fucking with me for the last couple of days. I feel like I have, like, I'm remorseful, you know? I don't... It's funny. It's I'm laughing because it's funny. It's so fucking ridiculous. I nailed him so hard in the face with the silver shaker. So hard. You can hear the tin. It would go dink. It just nailed him right in the fucking face. And I didn't feel good about it at all. Like the minute it hit him, I was like, oh, shouldn't have done that. That should not have done that. And surprisingly, everyone's been like, don't worry about it. He shouldn't have pissed you off that much. Which is, I mean, kind of true. Because, look, like I said, it's something that I deal with. But you know, for the most part, I'm fucking cool. And I'm a good drinker. I take pride in the fact that I don't turn into a rage monster every time I get drunk. You know, it's like, yeah, for sure. It's harder to get me back to a normal guy when I'm drinking and then something makes me upset. But that's the same for anybody. I mean, and I'm a good drunk. Like I don't start drama for the most part. But that's that night, man, I felt fucking awful. So then I was like, fuck it, we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go. And I grabbed Vicky, my fiance. I was like, let's just get out of here. I was like, I'm sorry. Like I was embarrassed, honestly. I don't, probably not as much as that guy, but I don't know what he thought would happen. Like, I told him not to touch me. I told him multiple times. He kept doing it. And then I walked inside, and they started, like, taunting me. As if it was a fucking joke. Like, hey, man. Like, I think I got more upset at the fact that he didn't take me seriously. So I had to, like, show him I wasn't fucking around, you know? Growing up with brothers, that's one of those things. You grow up with brothers, and I mean, especially your little brother, my younger brother Matt. I'm best friends with my brothers now. But you know, growing up, he had to set some fucking boundaries. You know, he would do some stupid shit, and I'd be like, "I'm gonna hit you, and then he would just keep doing it until I fucking hit him, and then he wouldn't do it again. It's the same fucking thing. This guy, you know. That's what I'm thinking. You know, maybe it's just growing up with my brothers. It's the kind of mentality we've had. It's always, you know, you gotta make your own fucking rules. I mean, we were fucking animals. My mom did her best to keep us in line, but we kind of had to set our own laws. Fuck. Oh man, the guy's okay. I didn't do much damage to him. I made his nose bleed. I hit him pretty fucking hard with that shaker, and I felt bad. Obviously, because I was drinking, I overreacted a bit, but you know, hey, we were all trying to have a good time, and that fucker, man, he was bothering everybody all night, though. So I did get a few pats on the back, like, dude, if it wasn't you, it was gonna be me. It was, but you know, I feel more bad for the guy because he's got a problem. He can't fucking hang, and he gets blackout drunk and doesn't know what he's doing. He thinks, like, I don't get it, you know? Like, how can you... First of all, why would you want to be that drunk out of your mind to where you have no control? Or but, you know, even then, I don't give... That's bullshit then, though. Even then, I've gotten fucking wasted, and I don't blame it on the booze. I blame it on myself. Like, yeah, I was drunk, but I take responsibility. Like, yeah, I did something stupid. You know? I don't blame alcohol for my behavior. My behavior just it gets my bad behavior just is enhanced by the booze. But God, so it's kind of tough, you know. I'm not I take pride in being a good guy. I think I think I'm a good guy until I fucking throw things at people. Honestly, that's probably it's better that I was that far away from him. I mean, I was definitely gonna hit him, and he thought I was kidding. So, yeah, poor guy. He got the wrath a little bit, but and you know, yeah, and he wasn't that much of a threat. He was just fucking annoying, and he needed to get popped in the mouth. That's it. And it wasn't like I wanted to kill him, you know, or but it's like I don't know, man. You can't just poke people that way and expect there not to be any consequence, you know? Ridiculous. But shit. Sorry, I just came straight home and I wanted to record this and talk about it because I'm just like, man, this shit has been eating at me, dude. My poor mother. So she ends up making that guy leave because she doesn't like him much to begin with. She didn't want him there at the party. So it was it's her boyfriend's best friend, and he's a nuisance. And they grew up together, and that's why I felt bad, you know, like I'm pretty sure that guy has no other friends but him, and it just he wanted to come and party, and my mom knew that he's like that. I had never seen him really that bad. I mean, I usually leave before he gets that bad, I guess, and it's kind of fucked that, like, you know, he's genuinely a sweet dude, and I can talk to him. I've talked to him on certain different occasions, but he was just in a fucking weird whirlwind of booze and just wasn't himself. And I mean, not the person that I talked to. And you know, that's why I wasn't very proud to be, you know, beating up on a drunk dude. But fuck, it's just something. Sometimes, man. Sometimes people just push me over the edge, and you know. I don't feel good about it. It's been fucking with me. And, you know, Vicky's been like, it's not your fault. Like, you know, obviously she's like, yeah, you feel bad because, you know, at least you recognize that you did something wrong. Like, he probably doesn't. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably true. You know? So, fuck it. But thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode 8 of Hit the Mics. Holy shit. Check this out. So I'm going to be at the Ha Ha Comedy Club on Sunday, March 18th. And this will be up on Friday, March 16th, which means I'll be in Tulare, California, headlining at Barmageddon. That's right. I'll be going with my boy Mike Alberici. We're headlining. Well, he's coming with. I'm headlining. He's not doing shit. No, I'm just kidding. He's driving. Thank you, Mike, for driving. And he's probably gonna do about 20 minutes. I'm only doing about a half hour, so it's not like I'm doing like a full hour fucking special hour 45. Like 45 minutes is headlining. Like 30, it's just like closing out a show. But you know, they put me down as the headliner, Randy. So I'm stoked. I don't really get out here in LA. You don't get to do long sets a lot, so. So I'm excited. I'm excited to run like all my material, you know, because I have about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more. So I'm stoked to be able to stand up there and run through everything I got and see where I can move shit around and all that stuff. You know, usually I'm only doing 10 to 15 minutes at a time, so it's not the same. It's not the same. You can't really gauge, you know, where certain things should go when you're only doing 10 to 15 minutes. You just got to hit them with the bangers, you know, and especially if you got new material, you're trying to figure out where to put that stuff in your act. And, you know, I'm stoked. I'm excited. So those 2 dates, go to teamrandy.com. Also, I'll be opening up a new room doing a new comedy show in Boyle Heights. If you guys are listening in the East LA Boyle Heights area, I'll be doing a show at the Boulevard starting on April 27th. That's next month, late next month. let's see what else. And I'm doing Indie Brewing Company on March. Shit, I gotta bring my calendar up here. I should really bring my calendar up before I start fucking talking like a dipshit, huh? Hopefully it is synced. Thursday, March 22nd, I'll be doing Indie Brewing Company. There's a comedy show there. So I'll be there doing that shit. Let's see. And then my birthday, March 28th, I'll be in San Diego. March 28th, I'll be doing the Madhouse Comedy Club. March 29th, I'll be doing Comedy Heights in somewhere over there. It's Comedy Heights. If you just Google it, if you're in the San Diego area, it's closer to you than to me. It's about somewhere around there. And then March 30th, I'll be doing Comedy Palace, and then 31st as well. So, but the 31st, if I get in this time, Kevin and Bean is doing that April Foolishness opening act contest again. I submitted. I've already been a 2-time finalist. I was beat out last year by my boy Julian. What's his name? Julian Fernandez. So hopefully this is my fucking year, man. This will be 3rd time's the charm. So if that's the case, I'm heading back home from San Diego Saturday morning on the 31st, and I'm coming fucking right back here, and I'm doing that big ass theater, and it's gonna be dope. I'll be opening for people like Adam Devine and fucking what's his name, Brian Callen, and some other people. I forgot who else is on that show, but big names, big ass names. Fluffy, I think, is on it, and so hopefully I get that. Hopefully you guys hear me over the airwaves on K-Rock. So my guest today is SGV Vibes. They are a reggae band from San Gabriel Valley. I assume from El Monte, because that's where I am from. And the guys hit me up. They apparently knew me from high school, and I did not know that. So this is going to be an interesting thing. Normally, I record this intro afterwards, after the fact that I do the recording. But this time I raced home. I wanted to talk to you guys about this thing, and these guys are coming a little later. I didn't want to run too late tonight. I got some shit I got to do in the morning. But Fernando Aguilar, he's a dude that's in the band that hit me up, that went to high school with me. And I remember his face. But you know, fucking high school, you're always in your different cliques. You don't really talk to the people who wind up sticking out, you know? And I'm glad he reached out. It's cool. So hopefully this is what do I mean, hopefully? This is going to be a badass podcast. I shouldn't say hopefully. Like I said, normally I do this afterwards, and I can give you a little recap of what happened. But today, I did it backwards, because it's my show, and you guys just have to listen to the way I do it. So, fuck it. All right? So here it is, episode 8 with SGV Vibes.
Make some noise now. Start clapping now for the one, the only. Come on, guys. Mr. Ryan Day. Let him hear it. Come on, let him hear it.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 8 of Hit the Mics with Ryan D. I, of course, am Ryan D. And I'm joined by Fernando, Mike, John, and Will of SGV Vibes. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. You got to talk into the mic if you want anybody to hear you.
And thank you for having us here, brother.
Of course. Welcome to Shoebox Studios. That's what I call this tiny ass apartment.
Shoebox Studios.
That's what me and the lady call it. Yeah, the shoebox. So
What kind of shoebox though?
I don't know. I mean, I'm more of a Vans guy, but there's a Nike store down the street.
True that, true
So what's up, gentlemen? Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
This is a. I understand you're a new band, and this is a new podcast. So
Brand new band, brand new podcast. It can't get any better than that.
yeah. So let's talk about where you guys are from originally. Right? Did you guys start in El Monte? Is that what's going on, or
Well, I'm from
obviously SGV Vibes, right?
Right.
San Gabriel Valley.
Right. So tell us first of all, this is a reggae band, and
It's a reggae band.
Yeah.
okay. You're really not selling yourselves so far.
We have a hint of ska there.
Hint of ska,
yeah.
got it. Yeah.
But yeah, mostly we're based on reggae and that's what we sing. That's what we play.
Cool. So what do you play?
I'm more of like the underground guy that does everything behind the scenes.
Oh.
And
So you're like the manager.
sort of something like that.
Okay.
I never called myself that, but I do a little bit of vocals and me and Johnny do a little bit of contribute to write lyrics for the band and
Okay, so what do you do, Johnny?
I do guitar and vocals.
Guitar and vocals. And then Will, I know you're not on mic, but what do you do?
I just bassist and a bit of
Bass. Okay. And your drummer is
It's Shorty. He was in Tokyo. He just got back, and he's
Tokyo.
actually a pretty known guy in this band shit.
The punk
Oh,
scene.
okay. Okay, what's his name?
His real name is Horacio,
Okay.
but we call him Shorty. He's from Amani. He was from A&R, and
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Yeah, I'm just getting into all this ska scene and shit. That's where my chick's from. She's from Boyle Heights.
it's all around here.
Yeah, so that's all there is around here. So she's like in a hardcore punk band right now, and I'm getting myself initiated with all these people that apparently have been around a long time.
it's a scene here, man. Yeah, it doesn't
It's
go away.
Yeah. So okay, how'd you guys meet first? You guys already know each other, or
Well, pretty much it started with me and Willie.
okay?
We were it was way before back in like high school. We started like trying to, I guess, experiment with music,
Mm-hmm.
And I was showing him guitar at the time, and it didn't work out. We couldn't find the right people, so we kind of just let it off. And then maybe I want to say like, was it like a year ago?
It always starts that way. Why are drums and bass always the hardest?
They're the
the hardest to find.
Yeah. But
And-
yeah, it was like 2 years. What was it? 2 years ago? Or what? 2 years ago? We ended up posting a video. We went to Sam Ash and we like went to the little acoustic room. We just recorded. We were like,
Just
"Alright,
jamming
fine,
there?"
Jam out. And then that same day I had barely taught him like some bass lines. And I
Yeah.
showed him a song that I was recording.
So you taught him how to play bass,
Sort of.
sort of.
Yeah, just in like the beginning basic.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he got it down. So I was like, cool. Like, would you be down? Like, would you be interested in like keeping going at it?
Uh huh.
And ever since we posted that video, well, I know him from work. I know Fernando from work. And I guess like some people saw the video and they showed it to him, and he was interested in it. He's like, cool. He's like, you
So
want
we
to
can
start
work-
something?
We
You
can
know?
work something.
Work something out.
Yeah.
And we're all into reggae. We all really
Yeah.
like reggae. So it's like, hey, you want to start a reggae band?
Yeah, I never really got too much. I mean, like, it's, the basics for
Yeah.
me. Just, I never really got too much into it. Not that I had anything against it or whatever. I mean, well, you guys, you sent me that rough recording, and it's pretty damn good. You guys are, I mean,
Oh,
it
thank
takes
you,
musicianship to, to a certain extent to sound even remotely good, right?
Right, right.
So, I mean, you guys are obviously great musicians. And I don't think reggae's, I don't know. I've never heard bad reggae either, so like I'm not sure. I was never really a fan of ska, but there's definitely a lot of bad ska. So.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. There's
But,
plenty.
Not that again, like that's just my personal preference. Like I could still, I'll sit and I'll listen to it. And I love watching it live, but it's like I've never been that
not
much
bad.
into it. I've always been like a metal guy anyway, but. I love listening to, up and coming musicians and artists and stuff. I always try and keep my ears open for anybody that I can listen to and relate and whatnot. Do you guys do Spanish or English lyrics, or
We do
a little bit of
English,
both?
but we're trying to get in some Spanish lyrics.
Yeah.
So.
We got a couple lyrics trying to work down something in Spanish, but it hasn't really like.
Been produced yet,
It's just hard. at
And
the
what
moment.
what are the lyrics usually about? Are they political or are they yeah?
A little bit of everything, I guess. Yeah. Like
It's what
political,
reggae.
Smoke
music-
this joint and
All
Oh,
about
yeah.
ganja.
We have a song called "Pass the Joint."
We have a song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to. You have
Yeah,
to.
it's now weed is legalized here in Cali, so why not?
Yeah. So growing up, were you going? I mean, you guys are pretty much like my age, right? 27, 28 now.
They're a little younger.
We're a little younger,
Younger?
like 23.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Then you guys probably know my brother.
Who knows?
And you guys are from La Puente or
from La
Covina,
Puente.
that area.
Oh yeah.
And
Spent.
we're from that area. From Monte.
Yeah, we don't. That's where we used to go to watch all the punk gigs back in the day. But
Yeah.
so was there even a scene growing up? I mean, you guys were in a generation way later than me. I mean, not way later, but obviously I was out of high school. I wasn't going to backyard parties anymore. So like, I know there's still people that do. Hey, they can go ahead and do that, but
That's what they like to do.
I
That's
ain't
what they
doing
get
that
to the
shit anymore.
kicks.
I went to honestly, I went to one down the street. Like I said, my chick's playing in a band right now too, and she was playing literally right down the street. We went to she played at this backyard party. It was pretty damn fun actually. I was like, fuck, I haven't been to one of these in like 10 years.
Did you feel out of place?
Not really, because there were a lot of older people. It was all like older people. There was no kids. It was like, but
The people that had it back then came back and fucking-
yeah, that's what it
they're
seemed
still
like. Yeah. It was like all the
listen to
older guys like were just partying, you know. So, then I went to another one. It was like all ages venue, and like it was all kids and Nas balloons, and
Oh man, no way.
it's just like this is
Shit.
fucked up, man. Oh shit. Okay, so you guys been jamming a long time. So how long you guys long time friends?
Elementary.
Elementary school.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I basically know them for 2 years now.
2 years?
Yeah, but we're pretty tight.
Yeah.
We're pretty cool.
When did you guys hook up? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually,
So what medication are you on? You said you're not drinking.
honestly, I don't even know. I'm just taking it. It's for an infection, but yeah.
Oh, so it's like penicillin or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. That'll keep you. It's not good.
Yeah. And I'm drinking caffeine, so I don't know.
That's not gonna do anything.
I mean,
And
it doesn't
honestly,
give
you
me
can still
conditions.
drink like a couple beers on
Yeah.
on penicillin. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah, just take it, man.
I'm just
Take
saying,
it,
I've
You're
done
gonna
it.
catch me like in the restroom just puking. when I
I'm
go
just saying
somewhere.
I've done it.
Like, you're still good, bro. You're still good.
So you guys are just starting out. That's crazy. I thought when you hit me up to be on the show, I was like, oh, these guys. Well, I had no idea. I should have done my research, but
Oh yeah.
I thought you guys had like already been established a little bit. But that's cool. That's great that you seem hungry for it. So
Yeah, man. Since we started, we got a lot of like big heart from the bigger bands. Since we've been to a couple festivals, couple shows, every time we're like, hey, what's up? Check out our music, and they hang out with us. Now they call us up for like to go hang out with them, and
okay.
I just
so you already got like a little bit of a following, sort of.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
at least a.
in that community,
Yeah, for sure.
of course. It's
Yeah, that's
pretty
great.
cool. Yeah.
So when can we expect? You said that you have your first show coming up. When's that?
Our first show coming up in Vegas at the Garth.
Oh shit.
April 22nd.
Oh, shit.
Thanks to Shorty that got us in there.
Yep.
Yeah, right on.
But it's gonna be our first and probably
And
at
last.
You know what? We're covering a song for that show because it's more of a ska show and mellow music. The Red Pears are gonna be there.
Okay.
Do you know the Red Pears?
Nope.
Nope. they're from El Monte. They're kind of like the biggest little local band.
I know.
going on.
What are they called? Hashishans or whatever.
Oh, the
Yeah, I
Hashishans.
know all those guys,
They
yeah.
played at the Silver Dollar.
Yeah, they play all the time.
Yeah. So hopefully,
I'm actually tired of them. No.
yeah,
Shots fired.
No, they're my friends.
that's cool, man. We actually wanted to perform with them this last time they played there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but nobody was available that day, so
Yeah,
I was like,
sadly.
yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
bummer.
So we kind of wanted to have that before
Yeah.
we came.
So is this something that's just a little bit of a fun project? Are you guys trying to look for something a little more serious, or what's going on here?
As long as we keep it good and everything's
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
There's a huge, ska and reggae following. Like it's a good thing you picked that one.
Yeah.
right. It's still alive.
Yeah, no, definitely people come in droves to watch it.
Yeah.
To listen. I mean, it's good music. It's good like chill music to go out to a bar and listen to for sure. It's like, if you're tired of getting your fucking head stomped in at a hardcore gig every fucking,
Well, Saturday I was at right there at San Anita Park, and we had the first fucking reggae event here I ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
The big bands from the reggae scene came over, and Pepper was there. I don't know if you know
Oh, yeah,
Pepper. Pepper was there, and but they were just chilling, right? So I was just at the festival, just having some fun. It was raining and nobody was in the crowd, so I don't know. The guy just popped out of stage or something. And the lead singer, I'm sorry if I don't know his name, but he just came to me.
Mr. Pepper.
Mr. Pepper.
and he just came by and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man? I just always wanted to say what's up." And I'm like, "What the fuck? How the fuck do you even know me?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, man, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, we're covering a band. We're covering a song from you." And he's like, "Oh, great. Now your band's not gonna sound like shit." And I was like, "Okay, man, thank you." But it was cool, you know. It's just been recognized by now. There's all like other people that I never fucking even have a clue about. So.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a good motivation too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to get the hell out there. You gotta,
Oh,
what are you waiting for? You guys should be practicing right now.
Oh, today's
It's actually our practice day today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm taking that away from you guys.
No, man, we're making a lot of progress. We're working hard for this.
Yeah, cool. Well, congratulations so far. I wish you guys the best. Did you guys hear Trump was in town today?
We were just talking about that as well.
We were on live on our page and we were saying some shit.
Yeah. So I take it you guys aren't fans?
Just stay the fuck away from my family, man.
I think I got a quote from him actually from a speech today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I want to hear this.
It's right here.
Fuck Mexico!
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
about right. Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward.
So apparently he's checking out. He went to check out prototypes of the wall in San Diego today.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
a couple little. What the hell do they expect from that?
I don't know. I don't get. It's like, and it's weird because it's like 6 or 7 different companies that built
That
like
legit-
built prototypes for the wall
Damn.
that he went to look at, and he's supposed to pick which one because then, but it just doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, it's
They're gonna have a wall expo soon for the Trump.
right. They're gonna have a wall con in San Diego. Yeah, and then
I mean, didn't we learn from fucking what's his name, Reagan? Like, tear down this wall.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, man.
Right.
I don't trust Canada. We should just build a wall between us and Canada. They just talk like white cholos, you know.
Hey.
Hey. Oh man, that's really true, man.
But
There is no wall.
no, there isn't. You could just go. I mean, it's much easier to go back and forth from Canada.
That's pretty cool, man. Like, it's cold up there.
So, right, they're Mexicans with sweaters. Fuck Trump. That's what we got as our comments here.
Yeah.
We got live comments going on.
Nice.
All right, so I met you in high school, and I remember seeing you. I think we had a few classes together, but we never really even talked. It's
I think
amazing that you reached out to me. I appreciate it.
well, because
but-
I see your podcast, you know, once in a while.
Yeah.
And but I know for sure we had a class in 6th grade, bro. And it,
6th grade.
yeah, you went to Cherry Lee, right?
Oh, for a minute, yeah.
Yeah. So you were there during the time this fucking
9/11.
crazy, yeah. Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, we're so old.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I remember that. And then you like left, and then I went to Durfee.
So you were in Miss Smith's class?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I remember we just messing around there, man.
All the time.
She would fall asleep with her coffee on the side. And...
She had a breakdown. When 9/11 happened. Do you remember that? Like, I remember. Well, you guys were probably way too young. How old were you at that time?
I don't remember.
I remember I was in kindergarten and I was telling everybody, "Hey, the freaking planes!"
Kindergarten, man.
Like 2 planes like crashed in 2 towers. Everybody's saying like, "Oh, it's probably one of those novellas." Or,
Oh my god.
And I was like,
I have no memory.
Oh my god. No, I remember thinking, why the fuck are we going to school
Right?
if everyone's getting attacked right now?
Dude, I remember that time was like traumatizing to
It
be
was
in
crazy.
school,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
it was weird.
Not to
but
mention all these
that's how
shootings.
old. That's how it goes back in the days. Man.
Yeah, really. That's Okay, so have you guys been in any other bands before? Did you ever try out any other?
I was in a couple like experimental bands, but they were like ska and punk. But
It's not experimental then.
it was pretty experimental because we didn't really get that far. So
So this is like your first legit band then.
in a way, yeah.
Okay, right on. So fuck, I don't even know what to ask now. I thought you guys had a. Nah, it's all good. Actually, give me another beer, and that's what I need. I need to loosen up.
There you go, Willie. Willie's the beer man today.
Beer man.
So were you were you actually born here?
Me born here?
Yeah.
No, man. No. That's why I say stay away from family trunk. I'm not doing shit to you.
No, I know.
you
Well, that's what I was saying, man. It's like, you know, I'm very whitewashed Hispanic here. I'm half white, so like, but even then, my white half is the more ghetto half. So like, they're like straight up. It's not even funny. But anyway, it's like learning about all this culture and shit. Like I didn't ever really had, you know, like my Mexican half is very whitewashed. I'm like 8th generation, you know. So like we've been here forever.
Yeah.
So like, and then I found out recently that I'm actually more native than anything because around the time that my great grandma was here was when they moved the border lower, or what at some point like this was Mexico and then they moved the border further down or some shit. I don't even know exactly what happened, but we've been here forever. We've been here forever.
We know that this was Mexico before.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, there's this huge. There's like a lot of huge fighting back for like gentrification around here. They don't want like they don't want any like artists and anything like that. Like they don't want any white people in this neighborhood right now.
Right here.
Right here, yeah,
Oh,
right here in
wow.
Boyle Heights and in East LA. They're protesting people's coffee shops. They're throwing rocks through their windows and which I think is kind of rude.
It is rude, man. Why would they do
That's
that?
kind of fucking
Like,
rude.
I'm just trying to sell coffee
Yeah,
here, man.
like, but so there's a lot of like anti-gentrification groups around here because they say there's so much Hispanic culture around here and they don't want to see it turn into like Silver Lake.
Oh, or like Echo Park.
Yeah, or Echo Park or anything like that. Yeah, which makes sense. But I mean, do you really need to attack the poor fucking white people who are starting to open like they're the independent companies, right?
Right.
You should be throwing rocks through Starbucks. You guys are doing this
Yeah,
wrong.
do that shit.
That's it.
True that.
Not
true
condoning anything, but you know.
Well, hey, I mean, if you're gonna throw rocks at anybody, throw them at white people at Starbucks.
that. Or I heard Trump is staying downtown today. I mean,
You know.
Or throw rocks at Trump. Throw some chocolates.
Chocolates.
Oh, get your border.
I know. I wonder, like, if they heightened security
They did actually.
like a lot more here than anywhere else. I don't know. I feel like he's most hated in this state.
Maybe the southern part.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm going up. Okay, so I'm going up north to Larry on Friday, and that's like Trumpville. And that's just 3 hours north of here. So like, there's definitely a lot of like Alabama in California.
Right.
Like you could drive 3 hours outside of LA and you'll hit like some Confederate flags and shit.
Totally white town.
Yeah. Well, even then, not even completely white. Some a lot of Mexican. I ran into this dude from Texas, from Houston, Texas. He's like, I'm 8th generation boy, and he looked like you.
Okay. He's like, nah, I'm not having them Mexicans.
Yeah. And I'm doing stand up for this dude from Texas, and like, and I'm like, you know what I'm talking about? He's like, I'm 8th generation Texan boy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. Wow.
Ding on. He sounded like Boomhauer from.
Yeah. Well, I went to Arizona last year, and I was like just being
Oh yeah,
looked
they
at.
don't
man.
like you there.
I was just being looked at. I'm like, I just want to go to Devil's Bridge, man. Just let me.
Yeah, it's
be.
bad there, and even like just parts of driving through parts of like California. It's like you still hit those, you know those drive-through spots. Are like, you're not from around here, are you? Like, no, and I don't plan on being here very much longer.
Wow.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's scary in my shoes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's like this. Don't you feel like this? I don't know. It wasn't like, I feel like it wasn't like that growing up. I mean, where I'm not like someone like you, obviously. Like I've had it a lot easier. I'm not for one instance saying that, you know, it was. I mean, you were somebody came from a completely different country, probably had to learn English, right?
Right.
So,
learn that shit quick. It's so easy, guys. Just 1, 2, 3.
But what I'm saying, I feel like it's so much worse now. Like I don't remember it being so bad. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's really true. I don't know if social media has to do with it, but before,
for sure it does.
Before it was just more like, hey, hang out with my friend. Now everybody's at home and on that shit. You know, like it's a different story, different generations and stuff. I don't know. I had a lot of friends
right.
when you're growing up. I was gonna say something really fucked up, but you know,
like I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, anyway, I don't even know why. I'm just trying to bring up topics to talk about.
Talking about Trump right now.
The fucking well, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of these anti-gentrification groups that like sort of they've become the haters. You know, they've become the people that are. It's like a reverse racist situation. You know,
reverse racism.
Right, like they would hate me if I were to be in some sort of situation with them, right? Like, probably.
I suppose I'd just say, hey, ¿cómo estás?
Like, hey, pendejos. Like, like Cheech and Chong. Like, that means my really good friend.
Just say you know Fernando and that's it.
They're like, oh, that's like 50% of this city.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's my uncle.
That's my uncle.
Yeah,
so what are the main goals in being in this band? Do you guys want to play any festivals? I mean, it's weird for me because I started in a band too.
Oh, I mean, man. What did you play?
I played drums. I played like old school metal. So, you know, like Motorhead style stuff. Yeah. And it's like the game has changed completely now. So like I meet people who are more based on, you know, they want to get recordings done before anything else, or they want to get like a record deal before they go anywhere, or they want like, you know, and I'm not saying there's a wrong way to do it, but just because there's so many different outlets, like when you look at it, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to just like are you trying to just do shows? Are you trying to come up with a good album, or like are you just trying to do what you can right now?
Well, for sure, we're trying to work on the EP that's gonna come out like in the next 2 months. Okay. And basically what goes on after that, hopefully we get picked up by some good management and, you know,
you are the manager.
After the word. But yeah, man, hopefully we can do something around locally that's like big. We're actually trying to work on something together to have like the upbringing bands that are reggae only, and do acoustic sessions.
Cool.
And do that and help other upcoming bands. You know.
Yeah.
Show them.
Well, one of the best things that I realized was that you just gotta put on your own shows. Yeah. Like, you know, become friends with other bands that have the same idea.
That camaraderie.
Yeah, and all you do is just say, hit up, you guys get together, 4 bands, hit up a bar, say, we got 4 bands, we want to play this night. Like, you know.
Whoever rises, branch off with, you know.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Branch off with everybody.
And the fucking Sunset strip clubs are, like, just dead now. There's, like, no reason to even do it anymore. Like, my cousin wants to. I have a cousin that's going to be playing the whiskey, and I'm like, that's cool. I'm happy for him, but it's like you got to fucking sell. You have to pay them a deposit and sell tickets.
Damn.
And actually, you don't necessarily even have to sell tickets. You just have to make sure you pay them like $400 that night.
Shit.
It's fucking crazy.
That's pretty. I mean, committed.
We did that. I mean, in my band, we did it, but we sold all of our tickets. It was like $350, so 35 people. It's not that bad. It's not that hard. I mean, if you really try. But $10 a person, and then.
Where did you play? Like
the whiskey. We played the whiskey a couple times. Did it a few times, and then, but that's when it sucks because we started getting in with those clubs. The Viper Room would hit us up to play, and then. And then it fell apart because I started doing stand up.
He was just like, it's funny now.
It sucked.
But congratulations, though. It's a pretty good. You got some good ass jokes. Though.
Oh, thank you.
I've seen a couple.
Thank you. Well, if you would just come to a show, that'd be.
I will be there next.
This guy's going to Silver Dollar tonight and not last Tuesday when I actually had the show.
We were practicing, bro. We were so sorry. But we'll be there next Tuesday. You're there.
When's the next one?
Next month?
April 3rd, I think. But this month I'm just doing all kinds of shit. I'm gonna be in North Hollywood on Sunday if you guys want tickets.
Ooh, well,
At the Ha Comedy Club. The Ha.
Good advertisement.
Yeah.
you know, I actually like comedy, so I used to go to the Laugh Factory in Hollywood.
Yeah.
A lot, man. I went there like I don't know.
I've
like
still
20
actually
20
never
times.
been there.
Really?
Never been there.
No?
Yeah.
Is that something competitive I shouldn't say or
No.
Oh,
I've just
okay.
never been there. It's a really hard club to get into as a performer,
Oh, okay.
and I won't go if I don't buy tickets anymore for shows. I just go.
Oh, okay.
Like I could literally just walk into a comedy club and just say I'm a comic, and then I don't have to buy tickets. So yeah,
Perks.
like yeah. So like most of the time, if I go to a club, I just go to either watch my friends or hopefully get a spot or whatever,
Yeah.
or do the open mic. But I don't know. I just never. The Laugh Factory open mic, it has like a fucking 2-week waiting list. So I was just like, fuck all that. And I just never did it, you know?
It's a hassle to get in there, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Whereas like, you know, at least at the Comedy Store, they have the potluck, and it's like, it's a lottery thing, and it's Monday nights or whatever, and it's, I don't know. Even that's hard to get into, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the improv in Hollywood. That's like my favorite.
Improv.
Yeah. The Hollywood improv's really cool.
That's the only one I've been to. the Laugh Factory.
The Laugh Factory? Not
Yeah.
even the Ice House in
The
Pasadena?
Ice House, no, but I will check it out because you're there, you know.
Yeah, it's a really good
Delicious.
club. That's where I started. That's where I was going. I mean, I was going there when I was in high school,
Oh, really?
just to watch shows. Yeah, I was like that.
Oh,
I mean, I
cool.
love stand-up comedy like my whole life. So,
Oh. Was it like your main like comic?
I don't know. Right now, Tom Segura is like one of my favorites.
Tom Segura is pretty funny.
Right
yeah.
now, I think my all-time favorite probably like Richard Pryor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Old school one.
Yeah, like Richard Pryor, like George Carlin. Like those are like my two top like.
nice
favorite
picks.
comics,
Yeah,
yeah.
those are pretty funny guys, man.
Yeah. What about you guys? What do you...
What about me? Oh, yeah. Well,
No, not comics. So influences, music wise.
influences. I got Bob
Um,
Marley.
Bob Marley.
Of course, why not?
Bob-
Bob Marley is reggae, so
Bob
you know,
Marley.
so a lot of people are like, it's not reggae, that's not whatever. But we got Revolution, that's like
Yeah.
fresh reggae from Southern California, and
Bad Brains.
Bad
That brings
Brains.
it down.
Bad Brains. That's more into you. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tribal Seeds, Spot in the
I like Bad
Hammer.
Brains a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, so that was like my introduction into reggae.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, because I never really, like I said, I never really listened to it. So like listening to Bad Brains, then their transition into like reggae.
Yeah,
Like,
they
I-
have a reggae album.
Yeah,
It's
they
pretty
have,
cool.
they have a couple. I mean, like, every album has at least 2 or 3
They're-
tracks. Yeah.
I wonder what was up with that singer? Because I'm not really.
He's a fucking weirdo. I think he's schizophrenic. Did you
Yeah,
ever watch
really?
that? Did
He's
you watch
schizo.
watch that documentary?
I actually just saw a couple videos on YouTube about
He's
him.
he's like legit crazy,
I
and
was
it just
like,
it just
some
doesn't want to do
side.
anything about it.
Yeah.
He talked about gays first and how first he despised the gays supposedly because it was an interview that I saw, and now he was like, oh, they're okay, but now it's all about Jews. But
Some
so
solid that guy.
he's that type of guy that
He's
just-
he's on a whole other fucking planet. I
Is
watched
he
this.
still alive?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's still
yeah.
alive.
They're still trying to like make it happen with that guy, which is kind of fucked up because they've had so many other singers that are like, comprehensive. They can fucking
Like,
talk
let's
to
take
and,
this
and they've
somewhere.
had successful albums with, but they just keep trying to get this guy. It's like, dude. But I think he's one of their brothers or something like that. I think one of the guys is their brothers. So like that's why that's like so hard for him to
just
let him go. I guess. I mean, that's how it was with my band when we broke up. My singer was this guy from like Jalisco, and he didn't want to. He was just super fucking hard-headed, like didn't want anything else to interfere with like the band and the music and all this shit. And I had like I'd already been doing I did like plays and all this other shit. I always had my hands in other things. So
Yeah.
when I started doing stand-up, I was like, well, I want to still do this. Like I want to do both, but he just wasn't having it. Like he didn't want. He didn't want me to spend time at open mics and miss practices or like reschedule things and all that stuff. And my brother was our bass player, and he was like, well, if you're out, then I'm not coming back either. So But he's
He's
still going.
Mexican.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to say it.
But
He built a
also-
wall between us.
But also, an influence was fucking Sublime, man. We fucking love Sublime, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
Sublime.
come on.
And,
Do you guys cover any Sublime?
We have Badfish. We can cover Backfish, and
So you
Center,
jump in? You're manager / sometimes vocals?
yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Just all over the
I don't mean I'm not trying to make fun of you. That's just funny.
Yeah. I'm all over the place in there.
That's
and,
cool.
And I do it. Fuck, man. It's just too much shit that I have my phone on, just dialing. People fucking getting contact with me and
Sweet.
hey, do this, do that.
That's good. That's good to have. You definitely need somebody that's keeping everything in line and all that. So first show is in Vegas, and then what? You guys got an Instagram, right?
Yeah, we have an Instagram, SGV Vibes.
SGV Vibes on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us up there. We just started that Instagram, so get us followers. We need followers. Check out our
You guys need
music
a
on
Facebook
SoundCloud.
page.
Soon it's gonna come out soon.
You guys definitely need a Facebook page.
In a Facebook near you.
Trying to see if there's any. Sing Positivity. I don't know what that means.
Oh, Positivity is a song that John wrote.
Oh, okay. So that's one of your friends dialing in on the
Okay.
on the live feed here.
Pretty cool.
Make it do what you do. I don't know what that means either. Well, I think we'll just wrap it there. It's 30 minutes here. I did about a 30-minute intro already for you. so we'll just wrap it there. Thank you guys for coming in. We can hang out, still have some beers, and chill. And okay, so yeah, just go to check them out, guys. SGV Vibes. I will end this podcast on a rough track that you guys sent me. So when can we be expecting your EP that you said you're working on?
I would say at the end of April. It should be
At the end of April. Okay,
yeah.
right on. And will that be available? You guys planning on putting that on
it should
iTunes
be
and all that?
on Spotify and iTunes.
Spotify
yeah.
and iTunes. That's how you got to do it.
Yep.
Learn from these guys. All right. What's this song called that you sent me?
It's called Ganja, man.
Oh, I should have guessed. I think I could have guessed that it was ganja or
Marijuana. Pass the joint.
or Rasta
Or Bob Marley.
or
Bob Marley is actually inspired by Shorty.
or
Shorty says
Zion.
that
I could have figured out.
shit. Mount Zion. Zion.
Babylon.
All right, here it is, guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Ryan.
SGV Vibes is reggae music. Light it up, but don't abuse it. This medication's got me soothing. The ganja plant is therapeutic, now use it. SGV Vibes is reggae music. Light it up, but don't abuse it. This medication's got me soothing. The ganja plant is therapeutic, now use it. Roll up, burn up, puff onto that herb. Fill your lungs up with the smoke and feel the essence so superb. Meditation is the key to happiness, not go berserk. It's the tree of life for better health than many men prefer. We plant our seeds and watch the ganja spread its leaves. Harvest all the indie and sativa, clone the weed. When it's ready, keep it steady, just kick back and light it up while you're vibing to this rhythm. Cause SG Vibes is reggae music. Light it up, but don't abuse it. This medication's got me soothing. The ganja plant is therapeutic, now use it. SG Vibes is reggae music. Light it up, but don't abuse it. This medication's got me soothing. The ganja plant is therapeutic, now use it. Smoking ganja, ganja, ganja. Smoking ganja, ganja, ganja. We smoking ganja, ganja, ganja. Sending vibrations from the endo, creeping up to take the mic. We smoking ganja, ganja, ganja. We smoking ganja, ganja, ganja. We smoking ganja, ganja, ganja. Sending vibrations from the endo, creeping up to take the mic. Our rights suppressed by the governmental vultures. We're granted freedom, yet they take our agriculture. Them say we killers cause we smoke our sweet sensei. Oh Jah, won't you help them cause I think them crazy. Liberates our people and our medication. No burning down a tall and green herbal plantation. We'll fight for the creation by Jah Almighty. And just like the words are chanted by Bob Marley, sing, get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Stand up for your rights, I say. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Don't give it up, don't give it up. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give